welcome back to The Other Side, hosted by me, your host, ASOS. Happy New Year's. It is going to be another year full of spooky, kooky, ookiness, as always. So, I was planning a trip for my boyfriend, and I thought that I had found this perfect hotel, Hotel Parque in Albuquerque, New Mexico. The listing looked modern, it looked clean, it looked completely normal, right? So then I was like, okay, I like this. Let me show you the listing though. So, yes, I saw this and I was like, oh, perfect. Like this looks really great. I'm liking what I'm seeing. This looks beautiful. Let me go ahead and do some more research, right? So then I went ahead and, like I said, I dove a little bit deeper. I was doing a quick Google search and it led me to more photos that I feel like should be on the listing. And it made me really curious because I was like, well, wait a minute, this hotel doesn't look like a normal hotel. It looks a little spooky, it looks a little ooky, it looks a little kooky, right? So I was like, what is going on here? Because I went to the actual hotel website. And let me tell you something. They show off this hotel like this. This is what you see when you first get onto their website. You see this like grand building. I wonder if I can reload it so that way you guys can get like the full visual. Hold on, let me see. Give me 2 seconds. Yeah, so then you see how it opens up like this and they do this like huge overview. Tell me that that does not look like something. Oh, I literally had to like stop and go, that's not a normal hotel. That is not a normal hotel, right? So then I'm like, okay, let me keep going on this research. Let me go down this rabbit hole, okay? I'm already here on this rabbit hole. Let's keep going, right? So then I went onto Google Maps and I'm looking at the hotel and I'm like, this is really intriguing. Like, look at the proximity to the highway over there. Look at the road. Look at everything. Look at the way that it looks when you go on Google Maps. I looked at that and I was like, yeah, like that's freaking creepy. Like there has to be something more to this building. Like there's just no way. So again, I keep Googling because that's just me. Then I found Haunted Rooms Co. And essentially, this hotel is what you think this hotel is. It opened in 1926. Originally, it was first named Santa Fe Hospital. It was used to treat employees of the Addison, Topeka, and Santa Fe Railroad Company. Then in the 40s, the hospital got renamed to AT&SF Hospital. It's a terrible name. Then in the 80s, this is when it was used as, I know what you're thinking, it was used as a psychiatric hospital. And it was renamed Memorial Hospital. For 3 decades, it was serving as a place for children and young adults suffering from mental conditions. Now, in 2010 was when a 21 million investment supported from the city, supported from Hunting Highland Historical District Neighborhood Association, that Hotel Parq Central opened its doors. So essentially, this hotel that is a boutique hotel that offers historical elegance, contemporary comfort with guest rooms that include 74 rooms, 15 luxurious suites, 3 spacious cottages, stylish appointments, was originally a psychiatric hospital. Now, it harbors years of pain and mental suffering. I mean, from the building that you look at, you see that. And it really, honestly, patients and staff have witnessed apparitions. Some have experienced poltergeist activity, disembodied voices, feelings of being watched as if the hotel's old patients are still haunting its room. Now, I know what you're thinking in your heart and in your soul. You are thinking, well, what do the reviews say? Honestly, I did not see any reviews that talk about ghosts. See any reviews that talk about the ghosts. Like literally the ones on Google reviews do not give you anything of it. It just says that it's a historical hotel, it's elegant, that they stayed there for a concert. There was one person that said that the only problem was that there was not enough outlets, and I was like, well, yeah, because this used to be a freaking mental institution. You think that back in the day, in the 80s or in the 1920s, when it was originally built, that they would have outlets. So I thought that was an interesting complaint from somebody. There was one person that complained about hearing constant stomping, and it was not enabling them to be able to sleep. Yeah, so this is what they said. So this review comes from L&J about 3 months ago. It says that the pros were that it was a good location, the staff is friendly, the grounds is really nicely kept. The cons that they had was very low water pressure. They had complimentary breakfast, which was terrible apparently. They stayed in Doctor Building 2104. They said the people above us must be stomping around all night. The floors must be very thin because we had light music and sound machines and could not sleep with the stomping sounds. We had to be asked to move, but where we were sleeping, the people above came to the room. So yeah, that was like one complaint that I saw that was like, okay, well, was it really stomping from upstairs, or was it something else? So yeah, like all the reviews in the hotel are pretty great. That's why I was really sold on it at first, because it had really, really good reviews, right? Even this person from 4 months ago says the rooms are quiet unless you're directly under the rooftop bar. There's just no complaints that I could see about any paranormal activity happening, which I'm like, huh. Like that's very interesting, because these are the Google reviews, right? But then when I was reading about the hotel, it says that there were a lot of reports of paranormal activity throughout the years. But it does also note that a lot of these occurred when it was known as Memorial Hospital, because patients and staff had reported seeing a lot of different things, especially on the top floor on the right wing, where a woman apparition has been seen watching people in the hallways. Patients have reported their bed sheets being pulled off in the middle of the night. Patients even stated that they have been traumatized by these events in the ex hospital, that once they were discharged, they still suffer from nightmares about the building. And it's not just the patients, like I said, the staff are the ones also that worked in that hospital day in, day out. And they constantly said that they had the sensation of being watched. They would hear people whispering in their ears, they would see objects moving. They had a general heaviness in this building. So they even had a paranormal investigation team come out back in 2011, January of 2011, called Los Muertos Spirit Seekers, and they even experienced stuff in the hotel. They got not video, they got audio recording of voices. They tried different methods, and they even got some activity there. So to look at reviews and see that nobody has any paranormal experience on these Google reviews, it makes me very like curious. So oh wait, here's one. I found one from 6 months ago. Okay, so it says, we were told by our local Uber driver that this place was haunted. We didn't experience anything during our stay, but I did notice at the amazing rooftop bar that they can add some to your drinks, and started wondering if this had anything to do. So that it was some illegal activity. That are kicking in the paranormal paranoia, but everything was clean and great and they had no complaints. So yeah, so like nobody says that like this building is haunted, but it looks really kooky and it looks really spooky. So anyways, besides the point. So like I said, I was trying to book this for my boyfriend's birthday. Well, originally I wanted to stay at a different hotel in Albuquerque, because I go to concerts all the time in Albuquerque. I love Albuquerque because of the concerts, but I don't like driving over there sometimes. And sometimes I'm like, hey, why do I constantly have to go to Albuquerque? But that's besides the point. So anyways, I had to ask my boyfriend though if he wanted to stay here, because I was trying to look at different options and give him different options because it's his birthday. Then my boyfriend said, oh my god, I know what building you're talking about. I've been wanting to stay there for years. And I was like, okay, this is a match made in heaven. We're doing it then. So I'm definitely going to be staying there in April, and I will let you guys know if I experience anything at all, because again, the Google reviews just say that there's just nothing. nothing at all wrong with this place, even though it used to be a psychiatric building and it looks absolutely insane. And there have been tons of paranormal reports throughout the years. So I'm very, 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 very curious about this. I'm very much looking forward to stay in the building for myself, bring you guys back some kooky content. You guys have to stay tuned for that. I hope you guys have a very happy new year. This was The Other Side. This was a very quick rundown of Hotel Parque in Albuquerque, New Mexico. If you guys have stayed here before, if you guys experienced anything, let me know in the comments down below. Always like, subscribe, share, all the good things, comment. And I hope to see you guys on the next one. Sundays is when we post. It was The Other Side, hosted by ASOS. Goodbye.